Welcome to this week's edition of Carolina Kart Scene for week ending April 22nd. After the region saw a lot of rain on Friday, Saturday turned out to be a great day for racing with a lot of blue skies across South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. A lot of different tracks were able to put on some great shows. Us personally, we went down to Tri-County Kartway in Kinley and saw some great racing. This week we'll talk about a couple of more series that are running and also a bunch of more racetracks as we get into the full swing of the racing schedule. So let's get to it. First racetrack we want to talk about in North Carolina is Woodleaf Raceway Park in Woodleaf, North Carolina. They'll be putting on their Champions on Dirt series, part of the Hoosier Racing Tire. They will be starting actually on Sunday, April the 23rd, and gates open at 10 a.m. with practice starting at 1 p.m. If you've been following them on their Facebook page, they've had a lot of live events of the practices they've been running the last couple of weeks, and so definitely check them out if you are in this area. Next up is Triple T Raceway in St. Paul's, North Carolina. They'll be putting on the WKA Summit Racing National Dirt Series. This is round 3 of this series, with the first 2 rounds being at Daytona end of last year. They'll be putting on a lot of Maxxis classes for this particular event, but they will also be running a Reaper National class with also a No Pro class. We saw that last weekend at Low Country, a lot more of these no pro classes to give the grassroots racers an opportunity to run for big money and big prestige. And so it's going to be really interesting to watch this one. There's also a couple of other events later in the year, so definitely check them out. Next up is Horsepower Park Go-Kart Speedway in Morganton, North Carolina. This is actually a makeup race of the Easter Bunny 250 that was rained out earlier in the month. They got a lot of different classes up, with a stock appearing going for $500 with a 10 kart minimum. This is also a track that's running wing kart classes, so you're seeing a lot more popularity in the wing kart, a lot more tracks being offered this particular class, so definitely something to look at. Gates open at 9 a.m. with practice starting at 10:30, and so definitely come out and check them out if you are in this area. Next up is Cool Ridge Speedway in Ramshore, North Carolina. This is their second race of the year, as their race a couple of weeks ago was rained out. They got a full slate of classes: a Clone, Predator, Senior Champ, Teen Champ, and a lot of junior classes that they run. This is a great run facility, and if you're in this area, definitely get out and check them out. Again, they'll be running on Saturday the 22nd with gates opening at 10 and racing and practice starting at 1 o'clock. Next up in South Carolina is Lake City Speedway in Lake City, South Carolina. They'll be putting on a full show of a lot of different classes and a combination of Reaper tire classes in addition to open tire classes throughout the day. They'll be opening up at gates open at 2 p.m. and so if you're in this particular area, definitely get out there and check them out. Next up is Warrior Creek in Gray Court, South Carolina. They'll be running on Saturday. As of this recording, I have not seen what times they're going to be opening or what time their practice starts, so definitely check out their Facebook page. Also, this past Sunday, they did run a treaded tire event, and it was a lot of success. A lot of great racers came out, was able to do have a lot of fun with this class, and so hopefully we'll see more of the building in the future for this particular one. So again, check out their Facebook page for any updates for Warrior Creek. Next up is the Triple Crown Karting Series that is going to be running, and recently they put out a news that they will be running a Triple Crown Series, both a Northern Division and a Southern Division. With the Southern Division, the first race is April 22nd at Checkered Flag Kartway in Isla, Georgia. They have a lot of different tracks that they're going to be going back and forth between. Georgia Karting Complex that we mentioned several episodes ago, and also Outback Speedway in Gray Court, South Carolina. So definitely check them out, and if you're in this area, definitely get out and race with them. First racetrack we'll talk about in South Carolina, running on April 22nd, is the Big 3 Series. This is their second race of the series, and they'll be running at Foothills Raceway in Easley, South Carolina. They got a lot of great money on the line with Pro Clone, Pro Champ, Pro 425, and some junior classes. They also have a full slate, so definitely check out their Facebook page. Gates open at 8 a.m. or practice starting at 10 a.m. So if you're in this area, definitely check them out. Next racetrack running in South Carolina is Sickle Hill Kartway in Manning, South Carolina. They'll be running on April 22nd with gates opening at 2 p.m. Definitely check out their Facebook page, because this is one of the tracks that is also doing a lot of testing. So even if you don't come out for their normal events, this is a great opportunity to get out and practice and work on setups. Or if you got a new racer that needs to come out and get some laps under their belt and learn about racing, this is a great facility to come out to. So again, located in Manning, South Carolina. Check them out on Facebook.